Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? It's been a while. Why has it been so long? Well, a little bit, I guess, had to do with going to Charlotte. So we were at Collecticon in Charlotte, North Carolina over the past weekend. Yeah. I don't know. It's tough when you're coming off of your best show to say, all right, let's do even better. And that one kind of, it's actually kind of like the worst show I've done in like maybe 4 or 5 years. It was interesting, different crowd. We did Collectors Con in Tampa and did a bang up job, but it's just one of those things. You can't win them all, I guess. And as far as shows go, I can't say. We've been on a bit of a hot streak with those, so I guess never hurts to fall under projection once in a while and learn from it. But so we're back and ready to rip you a new one. We have a new break that's going to be coming up soon. So already I posted a little preview on it online, and I'll read what I have there. And maybe at the end of this break, I'll give some early bird opportunities on that. How's that sound? So if you like Bowman baseball, or you know somebody who likes Bowman baseball, then maybe they want to stick around, watch this short break we're going to do, right? We got 1 box of Tribute, 2 boxes, Hobby boxes of Gypsy Queen, and a Leaf Stitches and Slabs box. So 1 jersey, 1 buyback card. So it's kind of I don't want to say it's an all killer, no filler break, because we got the Gypsy Queen in there. So there'll be some cards to go around, but can't exactly say it's going to be stacks and stacks either. So there's gonna be a few nice hits though. That's the way we try to design it. So there's a handful of teams left here. All right, Padres is kind of a high risk, high reward slot. Again, we've opened some of these Stitches and Slabs, and we have seen Tatis PSA 10 Topps Chrome rookie come out. All right, so there's, and I'm sure there's more stuff like it. Hey, what's going on? And Tatis is one of the jersey signers, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely some opportunities in there. Gypsy Queen, I'm guessing there's a short prints versions of Tatis, and Tribute has relics but not autos. So, hey, what's going on, Dan? Dan. Phillies, again, got some decent possibilities. Nothing too crazy, but, maybe we could see something Bryce Harper signed. I don't know. It's possible. Especially, it's a long shot on Gypsy Queen, but they have these beautiful booklet autographs. We've hit it before. We hit a Lindor a few years back. So nothing we'd be a stranger to. So Phillies, again, another kind of high risk, high reward team, $79.95. Good history in the Leaf jerseys. So we've seen Carlton sign for Leaf jerseys before. And I'm sure that's not the last of it. Mets are $74.95. I feel like I haven't got a notification that we're on Facebook, but we should be. So let me just double check that. Could be a little slow going. I know sometimes it happens. Yes, there we go. We are on Facebook. I just can't see the comments for some reason. I don't know why. Hola, Jesse. How you doing? My wife's watching. My biggest fans, right? So Mets are $74.95. You have, I know he's hurt right now, but Tyler Megill has come out pretty strong. Could he be that next Syndergaard, DeGrom that kind of sneaks in there and then becomes a dominant pitcher for 5, 7, 10 years? Who knows? Mets, I'm sure, have some possibilities as far as the Leaf autos go as well. And things that I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the slabs part of the stitches and slabs would include things like Francisco Alvarez cards, right? Maybe some autographs. Nationals are $54.95. Again, this is the fourth team in a row we're saying this, and it's the last time I'm going to say it. Probably more of a high risk, high reward team. You're looking at Juan Soto, possible in the stitches and the slabs part, I believe. I think I saw Soto on the sell sheet. Again, maybe you have an old Bryce Harper card, like a rookie or something like that. Graded PSA come out of the slabs part. And then you have Soto possibilities as short prints and in tribute. Then you go to the White Sox. Now, I know with Leaf, he was a heavy hitter in his career, and it wouldn't shock me to see Frank Thomas on either side of the stitches or the slabs. And then you have tribute, which we have a history of pulling Thomas in tribute. Tribute and museum collection, we seem to have some luck with him, and luminaries. Yeah, all those sets we seem to do pretty good for some reason with Frank Thomas. So just our past history. Luis Robert would not shock me as a slab. What else? Andrew Vaughn, right? And then in Gypsy Queen, you would have what's a decent rookie for the White Sox? Oh, you have Gavin Sheets. I feel like I'm thinking of somebody else too, but White Sox are $94.95. They're one of the three best bang for the buck teams that I would choose for this. Red Sox at $94.95. Again, legacy teams do great. A slab Mookie Betts, maybe not a Topps update rookie, but something nice. Wouldn't shock me to see on the slabs part. Red Sox, a team with history, which is usually good. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Pedro could be a guy on the stitches side of things. And then you have Jarren Duran as a rookie to chase. So a good solid rookie to chase. That's always good too. And then Braves, $99.95. Let's remember last year, similar situation. We had the Braves. The Braves were a similar price in a break that had one box of tribute in it. All right, I had the same idea last year to do mixers and keep going until either we finished the case or we lost interest. And we got, I think, halfway through the case before interest got lost. But the first break we did, we pulled not one, but two Acuna autos. I still have one of them. I sold the Relic auto numbered to 50 for like $375 last year. And then I still have the other tribute numbered to 50, the non-Relic one, just a regular auto, still sitting in the display case up here. So just saying, there's some history there. Acuna would obviously be a real good candidate for the slabs part too, like a Bowman Chrome PSA 10 or something like that. That would be something that Brian Gray would stick in this product. I'm just saying. Braves also in the Leaf autographed baseball jerseys. Again, this product's kind of a combination. I guess to save some distribution and shipping, it's a combination of the Leaf autographed baseball jerseys, which were often a distributor product. Usually they were done through the distributors and not through their own site. And then you have Leaf Best of Baseball, which was a buyback product, one card. We pulled, historically out of that, like signed Joe DiMaggio, some PSA, like 5 Mickey Mantle cards. So there's a lot of history with that. I think he's kind of putting more modern stuff in there but it wouldn't surprise me if we see some nice vintage ones pop up if we keep going with this. So teams are available right now only through the Drip Shop. All right, we're on Drip. All right, we got these nice little things they made for us for the shows. All right, so we're on Drip. They're getting their cut. So you can only order at this point through the Drip Shop. Again, Braves, Red Sox, White Sox are my top three teams. All right. It's the reason why they're priced the way they are. And usually when you have a break like this where there's some all killer, no filler product, the high risk, high reward teams, usually a couple of them get those high rewards. So we'll see what happens as the evening goes on. It's not going to be a long break either, probably about an hour-ish. All right. So remaining teams in the Drip Shop, one more time real quick. Padres $54.95, Phillies $79.95, Mets $74.95, Nationals $54.95, the White Sox are $94.95, the Red Sox are $94.95, and the Braves are $99.95. So I gave a little sneak preview on Facebook today on what we're going to do with the next baseball break. All right, check this out. All right, I'm big on making our breaks not only a break, but content as well. All right, I like them to be interesting, and that's why I especially like when we get the back and forth. All right, that's why I like to make eye contact, even though I can't actually see you. You can see me. You can see my face. You can see my reactions. All right. We talk sports. We talk to hobby. So a question that often, or a debate that often comes up is, what are the best products to get? Right. So you got to try to be as close as possible to comparing apples to apples. All right. So what I've done is I've constructed a break. This is one thing right here. A Bowman Jumbo. All right. Now, this is actually the most expensive piece, but is it the best? Many say that in Bowman, you seem to get more color out of the hobbies. So even though we'll have one less autograph, how's two hobbies, which comes out to about 85% of the value of a jumbo, right? How's two hobbies compared to the jumbo? Now, not everybody gets the hobby style products, right? Some people like to get the retail. So, again, we're going with market value on this, all right? So we're going to do 15 Bowman blasters. Now, what I've been seeing, the trend that I've been seeing, is that this has actually been very good this year. Where in the past, usually retail's kind of like, and they have some retail exclusives, but I feel like we're getting a lot more chrome autos coming out of the retail than we have in the past. And I believe the calculation is 1 in every 6.6 boxes or something like that has been pulling an auto this year. So we're going to see, do we get 2 autos out of that? Because if you compare it to 2 hobby boxes, we should. And will we get a different assortment of color too? I've heard some people complain about the lack of color parallels, but I feel like a lot of them are like not really aware of how the numbers are supposed to look. And then other people have said how, wow, I didn't expect to get this many. I bought 10 blasters and I got, 6 or 7 color parallels. So that's another thing that we're going to look at too. And then just coming out, so there's still not a lot of data on this, but we're going to put 10 mega boxes in there as well. Now, these used to be like, what, 40-45% at cost of what they used 4 years ago when they started doing. I think they started 2018. They were like $19.99. Now they retail for $44.99, and I mean, if you don't find it on the retail shelf, probably gonna look at paying close to $60 for one. So we're gonna put 10 mega boxes in that break. So the break is gonna cost anywhere from as low as $30 a team, and believe me, this is a great product to do this experiment with, because there's some very strong guys on this checklist. There's like 6 or 7 really strong teams in this. So I think this is the perfect thing for not only content, but to do a break and kind of mix the two things together. All right. So at the end of this break, maybe we'll discuss and open it for people to get their first shot in the drip shop. All right. And then we'll close it at the end of the night. And more details will come out, because this one is likely to be a website break. For those on Facebook, know what I mean. But I think I'm going to, if somebody on Drip, right, I'll tell you the teams and prices. And if you want to jump in on it through Drip, I'll just create you a link. And you can get in on what I'm calling the Bowman experiment. All right. And literally during the break, I will keep things separate. So the jumbo stuff will stay together. The blaster stuff will stay together. The hobby stuff will stay together. And the mega stuff will stay together. And we're really going to have some, we're really going to look deep into this. All right. I mean, we're not going to take forever, but we're going to have some fun. And hopefully, if we have people who are watching that don't buy into the break, they can contribute with things that they've seen, and we can really get an opportunity to maybe to display some new faces. The thinking and what we're all about, because I'm all about educating people in the hobby. When people come into my store, they might not even know what they want when they come in, but they'll stay here for an hour or two. All right. And, it's also a great way for me to kind of get people's opinions on things. And we have some fun here. So we are live in the shop. Let's get to roll call. Let's get this break going. I see the Braves already went. So thank you, David. And again, 6 teams still available until we show the first hit. You can still get in on this one. All right. But once we show the first hit, add a Gypsy Queen, because that's what we'll do first. First hit, and that is it. So shop's doing good. We're not at the consistency phase yet, and I'm sure there's still a lot of people who haven't stopped in for the first time yet or don't even know it's here. But we do have a decent amount of people that are coming in here regularly. I think once the summer starts, because I'm coaching again, so that's kind of cut my hours short some days. All right. So Becky's season, next week is the end of Becky's season. So other than like an end of the year thing, I don't think there's anything else for that. But we are going to head into nationals for dance, nationals for Lexi softball. But some of the things that we do are going to wind down. So there's going to be some traveling, and then there's going to be other days where we have like the whole day, and we'll be here from like 11 to 6, 11 to 7, 11 to 8. I want to do trade nights. I'm really making some progress on here, minus the past week because I've been traveling. But tomorrow, back to work on that stuff. So, all right. So again, exclusively through the Drip Shop, we'll go over the teams one more time. But first, let's do roll call and make sure everybody knows that we're ready to go. All right. Let me share this post onto my. Let's see here. It doesn't let me do it from this app anymore. That's right. Just got to share this to my personal Facebook as well. Give the most opportunity for people to see things. So again, we have a football break that we're also trying to move. So we will try to get that back on the horse. Again, I don't know. It seems like when I go away for shows and I'm not constantly posting, that does affect the rhythm and flow of things. I gotta put David down for the Braves. But we are back and on track here. Sunday, you may not see me. USSSA state championships. So we have a shot at that one. We have beaten the top. Well, Lexi's team's ranked number 4 at the moment, but we've beaten any team that's been in the top 5, including number 1. Just wasn't on a U-Trip tournament, so it didn't count towards their records. But so we got a shot at that. So all right. And these other ones. There we go. All right. Oh, that's cool. What age is David? I'm coaching 8U. I can't say we're having as much success. We have won 2 games. I don't know. It's tough though, man. I don't know. When we're in the break, maybe I'll get into story from the other day. But oof, man, post COVID? It's a whole different animal when dealing with the parents of some young children right now. It's I have never ever been personally insulted by parents from an opposing team before. I've almost gotten into a fight with a stupid ass coach or 2, or 3, but I've never been like, you know what, I'm just not gonna deal with you and be done with it. And I got to that point the other day, but right now let's do roll call. Jeff Lukowitz, Jeremy Corbin, Mike Coleman, Adam Schaefer, John McClellan, Melissa Marin, Donnie Seiler, Chad Reagan, Daniel Logan's here. Obviously, David Sipes is here too. And Gail Anderson, Peter Strawn, and Michael Kelly. I'll wait for some answers here. Oh, those are the youngest ones? Yeah, I think one of the girls on our team is a first grader, or three of them might be. I don't know. I don't know how the age month thing works, but we have three girls that are 6U eligible, a lot of 7-year-olds, and I think only a couple 8-year-olds. I think some of the 8-year-olds got moved. No, it wasn't 8-year-olds. No, they didn't make a 10U team, but they moved the 10U up to make a 12U team. Now that's like, I would have done that, but that's why I don't like. I don't know. I keep my mouth shut because you never know who's watching. But what were you thinking? The toughest step is from 10U to 12U in softball. All right. I had 6U girls skip over to 8U without a problem. Lexi was 5, and I had her in front of a pitching machine throwing 30. That's probably partially why she's, in such a good place right now. I don't know. I put out this pitching machine. We went to this one team's home field. It's actually the team, the town that my store is in. So it's not like I want to, have any bad look with that. As we're waiting for, I'm messaging everybody here for the break. And all right, we went to your field. We played by your rules, which included 5 strikes. Now, I'm not a participation trophy type, right? So giving 2 extra strikes when you're only supposed to get 3, that's like getting like double the at bat. I don't know. I mean, and they were doing coach pitch. It's not like girls were pitching either. Like you just keep throwing, or I don't know what the hell logic that they had, but we played by their rules at their field. Tell me what you think when I say what they did when they came to our field. Stop me when you hear something that sounds like it might be a problem. I unlocked the gates. The opposing team went to their bench and put their stuff down. They walked onto the field to warm up. They started by circling up on the pitcher's mound and doing their stretches. I don't know. Am I a little crazy to feel a little disrespected at that point? I'm not a big unwritten rules guy. But that wasn't the etiquette that I was taught. And you can tell me I'm crazy. Now, I didn't react to this. I was a little ticked off, but I wasn't like, hooting and hollering about it. But how would it make you feel if the opposing team just took the middle of the entire field and stretched out? Again, you can't blame the kids because they're like 8 and under. Bear with me 1 minute while we're getting all these Link send out. Again, teams are available through the drip shop only at this point. All right, I think I got everybody notified. So that's how it started. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna turn the other cheek on this one, right? So let's go over the ground rules. 5 pitches. Okay. 3 strikes. Well, what about giving them 5 pitches? Yes, they get 5 pitches, but it's 3 strikes. And this I did actually say out loud. I said, we want to play real softball here. I think she got offended when I said that. Like, what do you mean? We don't play real softball? No, you freaking don't. Also, we're going to use the pitching machine. Wasn't like their coach pitching was any good. I mean, mine's not spectacular, but yep, you stretch and you warm up in the outfield. You don't take the middle of the field. Sometimes coaches will run infield. There's like a certain amount of time you let go by, and then if no one's taking advantage of that, then, you know, I don't have a problem with that. But just plopping right on the field, and oh no, that was not cool. So now the parents are upset about the pitching machine. Their kids are actually hitting better off of it than they hit the first game we played them. Again, not trying to be a jerk or anything. I care about what's best for the kids. And we went and played their other team the week prior, and our kids couldn't hit anything because they were so now trained to hit this machine. All right. And the comments from the parents, like, you just, like, when I'm the parent and I'm not the coach and I'm watching, there is no way I'm disrespecting the other team. All right. And there's no umpires in our 8U because there's no balls and strikes. That's why you have the machine and you have pitch limits. You got to swing at some point, you know? So then it starts to drizzle. And by drizzle, I mean it went from drizzle to light rain to drizzle to not there to light rain to drizzle, like one of those things. All right. And maybe a couple of gusts of wind in there. Nothing major, just enough to move the flag a little bit, right? Oh my God, this guy has no brain. They're going to swing the bat and let go of it and kill somebody. It's freaking drizzling, dude. It's not even a dad, it's a grandpa. At least I'm assuming so. I think the guy's dust balls wouldn't be able to produce offspring that young. Like, for real. And so I'm trying to talk to one of the coaches, the one that wasn't a huge bitch, because the one who was trying to create her own ground rules on our field was. And I was like, you want to give it 10 minutes? Because at one point, like, it was raining enough that I was doing the game changer, and you could see 2 or 3 drops on my screen, not just a mist. So I'm like, we'll give 5-10 minutes. If you guys want to wait in your cars, that's fine. I don't. Our parents and our parents are all kind of new too. Like that's the thing. Like people don't have as many siblings. Like we have 4 kids. This is my 4th kid that I've coached. So I know, I got my shit down. Most have 1 kid or this is their oldest kid, right? So they've never gone through this before. You had COVID, so like there was no program in town for 2 years. A few kids played t-ball in the town next door. So I mean, I really started. This was the cleanest slate I ever had. All right, not even t-ball experience. Like this was a challenge this year. And we had some girls who've seen some dramatic improvement from beginning to end. So hopefully I did my job right. Because that's what it's about. And as I'm talking to his coach about, maybe we'll delay it 10 minutes, whatever. We had lights. All right. You don't want to keep that age group out too late, but we had lights. Then the other coach was like, this is insane. I'm pulling these girls off the field. I don't know how many packs of Marlboros she smoked. Or Camels. She seemed like maybe she was a Camel smoker. But this is ridiculous. Get these girls off the field. These conditions are not safe. First of all, it's softball. Second of all, you don't even have a pitcher. You have a machine doing this. It's not like it's going to affect the ball at all. Pitcher, the grip, okay. Very possibly related to the grandpa. She was older, yes. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing at one point, and now I can't unsee. Excuse me. So, anyways. Yeah, we use the Blue Flame at 8U, and then at 10U they pitch in the rec leagues here, and they have very like Lexi plays 10U, but they steal all bases, infield fly. Like they're right. The only difference between them and softball is the mound and the ball size, which is always going to be the case. So, but oh my goodness, I just was like, I was ready to be like, what the is wrong with all of you? Anyways. All right, who's ready to begin? So again, we are running our tribute mixer right now. Once we show the first hit, that's it. 6 teams left. Padres 54.95, Phillies 79.95. Mets 74.95, Nationals 54.95, the White Sox are 94.95, and the Red Sox are 94.95. Teams can be purchased exclusively through the Drip Shop. Good luck, everybody, and let's rip you a new one, okay? Hey, yo. 4, 5. Get started off with the Gypsy. And since North Carolina didn't go so well, my money clip doesn't have anything, but it does have a sharp edge, so that'll help me out. So again, just a few teams left. Oh, dude, you guys, I think, kind of know I'm a chill, relaxed guy. All right, I'm a face, right? But when I wrestled, I was a heel. I was ready to go full heel promo and drop a couple pipe bombs, but that doesn't do any good. Especially what's the point of getting worked up? It's 8U rec. But it's just, whew, Things are coming, man, down the pipe. Is there supposed to be a box loader, or do the chromes come in the packs now? This is the first time we're opening Gypsy, so all right. We'll see. Yeah, North Carolina was slow. You know, I mean, it was bound to happen. You know, we were on a. It's not in every one. What is it? Some of them have it, some of them don't. Okay. Yeah, things change. So again, Drip Shop. If you want to get into one of the remaining teams, and kind of a cool look this year for the Gypsy Queen cards. It's got this like almost like time travel feel. That's the best way I can describe it. Ooh, this is cool. GQ Gems. So we got a mini there. Always look to get rid of those first because minis like to slip through the cracks. The way I hold things. And we got die cuts like this See the Future Joey Bart. Unfortunately, he did not see AAA in his future, but I guess that's where he's going to be for a little bit. And I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of pressure. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the chrome ones are in the packs. So we got a chrome one. And when I show it, it may prompt a reaction to look towards one of the teams we have on here. I also have the first autograph in my hand. So when you see that card, it won't be long before the opportunity to buy that team is over. Is that numbered? Yes, it is. So, yeah, I think he'll go to AAA. I think he'll smoke the ball for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then he'll be back. It just for some reason it seems like some of these guys are just having trouble, and they have all the talent and upside in the world. So can't see it being a permanent thing. Got Andrew Vaughn there of the White Sox. GQ Gem. Get a few more packs opened up, and we'll be on our way here. Again, until we show the first hit, which is in my hand, you can still jump in, but you got to get it through the Drip Shop. I do believe some of the minis are signed. I think they're serial numbered real low, though. It's not too frequent of an occurrence. And the Red Sox are now gone. So that leaves the Padres at $54.95. The Phillies at $79.95. The Mets at $74.95. The Nationals at $54.95. And the White Sox at $94.95. Yeah, enough packs here. One more. That'll be half the box. Thinking, drinking, I don't know. Probably shouldn't have said it that way because he actually has had a little bit of a drinking issue, so it wasn't how I meant it, but if the shoe fits. All right. There's a nice little Wander Franco there. Let's get that first one out of the way, right? Yeah, I mean, managers are dropping like flies right now. And then there's some there's the expectation that Mattingly doesn't get a new contract. All right, so some guys are probably lame ducks right now too. You had Girardi fired. You had Joe Madden fired. And you know what? I think they got fired for the same exact opposite reason. I think Joe Madden works really good with younger guys and has trouble with the established stars. You know, he motivates guys to become stars. You look at what he did with the Cubs in the beginning, and then as Bryant and Rizzo and Baez all became superstar type players, yeah, things kind of went south. Then he went to the Rays, young team, right? And they're getting even younger, bringing up guys like Wander Franco, but did real good there. Angels, not a good fit. Not a good fit. A lot of established players there. And Girardi, the opposite. Young guys like Bohm, Stott weren't getting consistent playing time. All right. You brought in guys like Castellanos and what's his other name? I draw a blank right now. Still not fully recovered from North Carolina. But they picked up some guys in free agency. Their bullpen's atrocious. Schwarber, that was it. Thank you. Brain fart. Bullpen's atrocious. And that's what it is. So you see this kind of has this around the world in 80 days, meets the what is it? Umbrella, whatever. I don't know. It's got a cool look to it. So it's different. I like the design. It's got this antique. Redzny knew everything. Yeah. They were looking good for a little while, and then the wheels fell off. Joey Gallo, Corbin Burns, Gary Sanchez, Rhys Hoskins, and there's a chrome right there. George Springer of the Blue Jays. Polar Bear. So Mets, man, they're so far out in first place. And you look at the injuries that they've suffered this year, and you would think they were the ones that were in the bad spot in the NL East. And no, man, a lot can be said. I was a huge fan of the Buck Showalter move. He's that Joe Madden type coach that can get the team inspired, but he reaches everybody. So superstar and young player alike. He usually doesn't get to stick around long enough to get that World Series ring, but he set up some teams for that. That's for sure. I guess there's some front offices that just haven't felt he was that guy to put him over the top. But when you start from problems and he gets his hand is in the mix, he ends up baking something pretty good. You think Vlad Jr. is the auto? Well, I don't know about that. So we got Kluber, Luis Frias, Alex Kirilloff, Joe Ryan, who had a good start to the year and a little slowed down by injury right now. So, yes, he has. 100% agreed. Tanner Houck, Adam Frazier, And we got Mike Soroka, numbered 118 out of 250. Real Muto. Benintendi. Wander Franco. So half a box opened up, and we've already seen 2 Wander Franco cards. That's a good start. So if you're just joining us, at the end of this break, we're going to talk about a little. Hey, Mike, what's up? We're going to talk about a little break that we're going to do. It's not a little break. It's kind of a big one. And we're going to call it the Bowman experiment. And we're going to look at 4 different categories or, groupings of Bowman product, roughly around the same market value. We're going to do 1 jumbo, 2 hobby, 20 blasters, and 10 megas. Sounds like fun, right? And then I'm going to open them up, and we're going to see which grouping, at least for that break, that small sample size, gives you the best run of cards. So, and we can do this experiment as many times as you want, probably. Right? We can get more. Well, let's see if we can do this once and see what we got. So at the end of this break, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. All right. Miggy Cabrera. There's Garrett Cole with a sepia. So that's numbered 63 out of 99. I'm guessing that's hockey, right? Tampa? Scherzer. McClanahan's kind of looking like maybe an early top 5 Cy Young candidate, maybe. Luis Gill. His season, unfortunately, ended early by injury. Alejandro Kirk, who's, I think, doing a pretty decent job, right, this year? I don't know. The Blue Jays have had a lot of rookie catchers, like just one taken after another. Not a lot of consistency at the position there. And Christopher, you'd probably know best since you're in Canada, what do you think about Alejandro Kirk? Mookie Betts. Got here Romy Gonzalez. Jake Berger. That's the guy who I was trying to think of earlier, and I couldn't. I'm like, it's not Gavin Sheets. Jake Berger. It's a decent rookie for the White Sox. And it's a team that's still available at $94.95. Nationals available for $54.95. So are the Padres. Mets are $74.95, and the Phillies are $79.95. Yepes, I don't know about the last couple of weeks, but I know he had a real hot start for the Cardinals. Enough that the Cardinals didn't mind sending down Paul DeYoung. So here comes the Bohm, ready or not. He's had some highlights and lowlights this season. And there's a nice shiny chrome card, Juan Soto. Who was the high number? Did I miss one? So Juan Soto with the chrome. Nationals, one of the teams still available. Usually the high number is a retired player, right? I mean, there was an old player. Have we seen it yet? Let's see. What are the odds? I don't even see it. I'm going to look. Oh, Satchel Paige. So St. Louis Browns. That ended up becoming the Orioles, right? I'd have to double check that, but I don't know. I think there is a team history there, some sort of connection. So yeah, Satchel Paige is the short print. And here comes that first hit. So if you got the team in your cart right now, time to start pushing buttons. Oh, you got a bunch of his rookies? That's cool. So yeah, I'm kind of big on McClanahan. He has a spot over there in my singles area. McNeil, Josiah Gray. All right, let's see here. Who's that first autograph going to be? And the first autograph is going to be for Toronto. And no, it's not Silent Bob. It's Kevin Smith for the Blue Jays. That's how hockey should be. Is Huane. So Gypsy Queen normally I feel like comes out earlier in the year. The A's and Blue Jays did have a trade because that draft pick ended up going to the A's in a deal. So let me see if he's an A now. Obviously on the card it says Toronto. But this is a set that I think comes out normally a little earlier in the year. And on top of that, if they plan it for earlier in the year, usually the autograph's made quite a bit ahead of time. Sometimes months in advance. So in sets, a lot of times you do see, like even going into July and August, guys on the checklist for their current team on one card, and on the autograph, especially if it's a relic, then they're going to a previous team. So Kevin Smith, Blue Jays. Yeah, he's on Oakland. So he was a 4th-round pick. And he got traded in the Matt Chapman deal. So Chapman to Toronto for Gunnar Hoagland. That was the draft pick I was thinking of. Kevin Smith, Zach Logue, and Kirby Sneed. So that is correct. Correct, yes. And then even since that was a later in the year trade, I think the only real Twins card we saw of him might have been Bowman Draft and Bowman Best, which came out like literally at Christmas time. It might have even been just after Christmas. So either the week before or during the week after Christmas. All right, so I got like 8 notifications here. Anything important? All right. So now what we're going to do is we're just real quick going to delete this product, and then we're going to move on with the break. So I guess at the very least, that Juan Soto is going to get added to my Juan Soto box, right? Let's see here. And that's sold. And that's sold. All right. So that clears that out. Now, doesn't mean we don't have anything to sell. As you can see behind me, we got plenty of things to sell. And I could turn the camera over there and show even more, but then I'd have to set it back up in the right spot. And I really don't feel like doing that. Maybe later we'll take a tour around the shop. So sounds like hockey game's over. Anything else fun going on in the world of sports tonight? Took me 2 days to unload the van from the trip. Today I had to do the finishing touches. We had a lot of foot traffic today. Sporadic, but people coming in and out. And now I have another question to throw out there. For those of you in this break, when this break is over and at some point before tomorrow afternoon, all right? So before tomorrow afternoon, do you want to continue into a second part? All right. Do you want to continue this mix? We're just getting warmed up here. All right. We got another box and a half of Gypsy Queen. Then we got a box of stitches and slabs and stitches. So message me whether you're going to keep or drop. And so we could have something else to put up for tomorrow as well. Salvador Perez. Again, if you're interested in that little teaser I put out on Bowman earlier today, and we've talked about it a couple times through this broadcast already, the Bowman experiment, we will talk about this at the conclusion of this break as well. Kalnick. When I think about Robinson Cano, it just makes me sick. I know he hasn't had the best performance yet, but he's young. I think he'll get there. I mean, shoot, look at how many years it took for Travis Darnod to turn into something. Is this our other autograph? Yes, it is. Other autograph is in my hands. That was the last pack, so it better have been, right? These ain't on average, baby. Okay, cool. So that's at least 3 teams down. Mountcastle, Jared Walsh, De La Cruz, Seth Beer for the Diamondbacks. What's everybody? Series 2 is coming in tomorrow. What's everybody's thought on Series 2? There is some good news that has come out today about it, as people have violated the release date and opened some product, right? So some good news has come out. I don't know if you all have heard that yet, but man, there's Matt Manning. We'll give him some one set love too. What a crazy day it was when they released that checklist, and nobody who was somebody was in it. Oh my goodness. So now we have like literally what was expected to be the most hyped Series 2. And Series 2 is usually a bit of a dud. Usually there's a big name in Series 2 and not much else. And that's what Update was the last couple of years, right? But, I mean, 2019, you had Tatis. You had the no-number Guerrero, right? You had Alonso, Jimenez, right? It's pretty good. But no opening day rookies that we were really looking for, right? You go back to 2018, it was Ohtani or bust. You had the bat down Acuna short print. You had the Torres short print. Now that brings me to the good news. There are short prints in Series 2 this year of Bobby Witt Jr., Julio Rodriguez, and Spencer Torkelson. So there are short prints of them. So it's not completely a loss there. Short prints don't get announced with the regular checklist. So that's kind of they figure that out as you go along. But they're there. It's not going to be an easy find, which is kind of the way they want it. So, yeah, I think I know there's a Julio Rodriguez insert auto, but I don't really think they were in there as much as one would expect. I'm not sure if they're in the silver packs. There is a Witt insert auto too? Okay. I remember the initial checklist. It was harder to read, but I didn't really see any of that stuff. But it wasn't as much as one would expect. There's Tatis. Regular card there. And Joey Bart. Yeah, the 87s. That's usually, especially the silver packs. I don't think the silver packs end up on the actual checklist that they put out. 63 out of 99 for the AAA catcher for the Giants. Oof. He'll be back. Don't worry. I ain't worried about him. Number to 99. That's cool. I like it. Get your 2021 stuff cheaply now, because when the Barts and the Adeles and those guys really start performing, then it's not going to be cheap, especially if we got a paper shortage and everybody's hoarding and jacking up prices. I mean, it's not like I've ever been right about this stuff before. Remember when I said to buy WWE Chrome at $189 a box, the 2020? Yes. So maybe I have been right about this stuff before. O'Neal Cruz. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, do I? Lou Bob. Numbered 39 out of 199. Hyunjin Ryu, who, I don't know, probably going to have some issues coming back from injury real quick. A lot of doubt about when we'll see Hyunjin Ryu next for the Blue Jays. Gleyber Torres, Freddie Freeman, Jordan Alvarez, Juan Soto. Manoa. Who dat? So the Rangers have a no name. Adolis Garcia. That's one of the short prints, right? Missing the nameplate. One in every 45 packs. So there's our short print for the box. It's usually one on average. Yeah, man. I like seeing some big bazookas in our product. You know, we have a history of whipping out some big bazookas in the Gypsy Queen. Maybe they'll bring him back though. I don't know. I missed the gum stain backs in archives, so those were kind of cool to me. There's Acuna, Mize, and Dylan Carlson, Cardinals, numbered 4 out of 99. That's cool, man. That's our 2 autos. Woohoo! Kevin Smith and Dylan Carlson. Bonus. Missing nameplate parallel. Angels, Brandon Marsh. Ooh, I love a good bonus. So Brandon Marsh nameplate is numbered to 50, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. It changes from year to year sometimes. Or maybe 50 is the logo swap. Something like that. I don't know. So obviously, we're going to do tribute last. Because this is black and white is to 50. Yeah, that's right. So I don't know. That could be better or worse, right? I'm guessing 99 or 25 then. So here's the deal, right? We got another box of Gypsy Queen, but before we get to that, let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. I like to do that here. Let's check out what's in Stitches and Slabs. We opened a few of these as personals. All right. So fun deal here. And one extra large from Domino's. Oh my goodness. Guys. And gals. Don't let those hits be misses. Don't let those hits be misses. We should sell out every break every time. Don't let those hits be misses. Juan Soto, jersey. Don't let those hits be misses. That's a real number 2 thing to happen. Or 22. And then we have our buyback card. And I feel like this is better than a PSA 9, personally. I know the comps will say different. But SGC 9, 1984 Donruss, Don Mattingly. Way back when he was a Yankee ball player, and now he's a Miami manager. SGC 9, Don Mattingly and a Juan Soto auto. Now, why wouldn't we want to do this 6 more times? Seriously. Very cool there. That was fun. I like SGC. Let's see what an SGC 9 goes for. SGC 9, 1984, Donruss. It's probably not a crazy amount, but woof! Was not expecting that. So $150 to $175 on eBay. It's not bad. And then a Juan Soto auto. So fun product. I like it. Don't let those hits be misses. Yeah, the Soto's a custom. Usually they have the customs, unless it's like a name that refuses to sign customs. So like it was a miss also. Nobody picked up the Dodgers in a break going back probably like 2019. And Kershaw will not sign customs, so his was on a Majestic jersey. But usually they're customs. We get accustomed to that, but it's okay. So again, the game plan. Let's get a part 2 on this going. And then let's fill up real quick the Bowman experiment. And let's have some fun this weekend. Second box of Gypsy Queen. We got any new drip watchers on here? Just being quiet. Don't be thinking you're going to slip through the cracks. I know I handed a ton of these things in North Carolina. So even though I wasn't super busy, not an SGC 9, either an 8 or an 8.5, maybe. You got to steal if you got a 9 at that price. Oh, the Soto. Okay. If you find, and I was talking to somebody about this earlier, when you find memorabilia on eBay, you can usually get it pretty cheaply. But a lot of times, you know, it shows on a lot of websites that do memorabilia, the prices are a lot different. But if you got it for that price, that's a pretty solid deal too. I don't think it's as much as the Mattingly, but I don't think it's that far off either. Oh, he got it from break. Okay, well that explains it. He probably doesn't give a rat's ass about Juan Soto either. And I would probably say I'd have to do the lookup on that, but I'd probably value that at between 100 and 125 personally. But I'd have to do my research too. So, all right, not bad for the Rays here so far. Another Wander Franco Gems insert, which means very likely the way that these boxes are cut, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another Wander Franco base card. So that'll be good for the Rays. Hey, Mark, what's going on? Shop's going good. I am ahead of where I expected to be with it. So I can't complain. We got regular customers. That's not a bad price either. Correa ball for 40, yeah. You are gonna I see that doesn't surprise me as much because he did get traded. You know? And a lot of times people are like, "Oh, he's not on our team anymore. I hate his guts," and then they sell shit really cheap. So, that happens. Nice shiny card coming up. And polar bear. Yeah, man. I feel like we've had a few interesting topics tonight already. We've talked about our Bowman experiment, which, again, just another way to also get the conversation going. So we're going to be doing 4 different Bowman subproducts. We're going to do a jumbo. We're going to do 2 hobbies. We're going to do 20 blasters, and we're going to do 10 megas. And again, it's not the biggest sample size, so we're not going to say that the results of the break are going to be any kind of myth busters or anything, but it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out, and if it's so much fun that people want to do it again, then we can continue to compare results and have some fun with it. So we're going to talk about the Bowman experiment at the end of this break. And also for those looking to continue this string of tribute breaks, again, right there, we saw the Stitches and Slab. That's kind of an all killer, no filler product. And 2 teams just made out very well just from that one product. And we haven't even seen tribute yet. All right. Angels got a nice hit there. All right. Cardinals got something decent. Some Wanderers racking up for the Rays, so that's a start of something. So that's the kind of breaks we like to do here. All right, we like opportunity for as many teams as possible. So we got Chris Bryant, numbered 1. Is that a? No, that's the way the card is. 122 out of 199. Chris Bryant. Jeff McNeil. Lars Nootbaar. Vlad Jr. Oh, they got him first base and DH. Look at that. Juan Yepes. We'll give him a little 1 cent love. I think he's earned it this year. Willie Adames. Well, we got another no name right there. And it's for the Blue Jays. And it's Hyunjin Ryu. And right now he's in a bit of a no-pitch situation. Jake Berger. Jake Cronenworth. with the chrome refractor there for the Padres. They got him at second base and first base. He also plays outfield. I think he can. He's like a super utility player. Can pretty much play anywhere. But utility player a little bit different in baseball than it was even 10 years ago. It kind of started with guys like Marwin Gonzalez, and you got these guys that can play a lot of positions, and then they started playing more often. And Cronenworth is the type of guy who can be an all-star and still be a utility player. So it's not just that weak hitting guy that's good defensive substitution anymore. Now you got guys who are legit starters who just can go around the whole team and fill in the holes for all the off days that they seem to get nowadays. It's not like back in the day where you had guys racking up streaks of 162 games for the whole year. Yeah, Brock Holt was one of the precursors to that. I agree. Maybe not regularly a starter, but often a starter. Like he played 100 games a year when you go back 10 years. Stitches and Slabs was a Juan Soto jersey and an SGC 9 Don Mattingly for the Yankees. So Nationals and Yankees hit out of that box. Nolan Arenado, who's having a good year, and Eloy Jimenez, 292 out of 399 for Chicago. Aaron Ashby, Pavin Smith, Chris Sale, he still plays. Yeah. Aroldis Chapman, Luis Patino. Mike Trout. Let's give Mike Trout some 1-cent love. A lot of people feel like his groin injury was staged because the following day everybody had to come up to a Nickelback walk-up song. I don't know. You can't believe everything you read on the internet, but if that's true, you could understand why they lost again. This is how you remind me of how much our team sucks. Yeah. So Brandon Marsh, nice auto of him earlier. Now we got his rookie. Miguel Yajure. Hura. And Diamondbacks, Geraldo Perdomo. And not that this is a Volpe to AAA by the end of the year. I think so. He's struggling right now, but baseball's a game of streaks, He's probably going to heat up as the weather continues to warm up. I wouldn't be too worried. I'm looking at this top certified autograph seal there. It totally reminds me of the Nintendo seal of approval back in the day in the games in the 80s and 90s. Does anybody else see that too, or am I just hallucinating? Totally reminds me of the Nintendo seal of approval. But Geraldo Perdomo is not going to unlock any extra Zelda levels. So I hate to tell you that. Another Wander Franco rookie, so I was right. I thought we would see one, and we did. And Christian Pache. Ole. Oh, there it is. Second half of the box. So if we have one more Gypsy Queen hit, we end up ahead for the break. Oh, here's our short print, so I don't miss it next time. Roy Campanella, Dodgers. It's a fun one there. I was a huge baseball nerd. I had this giant Hall of Fame encyclopedia that I'd read the whole thing on. And one of the things I read, I believe it was his autobiography, I think was called It's Good to Be Me or something like that. So, but I know Jackie Robinson, the big thing historically. But Roy Campanella, pretty much came up alongside him. And his story is definitely a good read if you ever get around anything like that. It's Good to Be Alive, I think that's what it was, because it was after he got paralyzed. Salvador Perez, GQ Gems. Oh, Ellie De La Cruz. Yeah, he's rocking it down in the minors. He's that new brand of middle infielder that we've been seeing like the past 5-7 years. As a part of this youth movement. Shortstop and second base, no longer the weak hitting, high defense guys. All right. It used to be an Aroyd was like a once in a decade type player. I mean, technically he still is, but he freaking cheated to do that. But no, now you've got Reds will probably trade him. Yes, there's some truth there. But now you got guys like Tatis and Franco and, just like a lot of heavy bats at those middle positions. Jeff Kent was one of those once-in-a-decade type players. Who else? Robinson Cano, yeah. This ain't his decade, though. Oh, man. Soriano, another example. Soriano was basically Cano before Cano started. He was, I think, less of a cheater and just more of an overall asshole. But Biggio, although he wasn't exactly the traditional. He wasn't a super power hitter. He was a capable hitter. He was more of a gap hitter. He was more like Todd Helton without the thin air, Maybe if he played his career in Colorado, but he played, in Houston. But he was a converted catcher too, so little different. Now everybody at catcher gets converted, except for a select few. It's a tough position, man. I'm working on training my second one. Becky seems to like it. She uses her shin guards more than her glove. But that's partially also because of the pitching machine. So, Pokey Reese, no. Definitely not Pokey Reese. He poked a few over, but yeah, Manny Machado for San Diego. Yeah, I think he goes to Double-A soon. And I think Volpe does by the end of the year get maybe like 15 games of Triple-A just to kind of get his feet wet. So, yeah, Killer Bees, Bagwell and Biggio. I was a Bagwell collector growing up. I had 10 kind of PC guys. Clemens, Bonds, those I regret. Ripken was my favorite. Maddox, Paul Molitor. Because what baseball nerd doesn't like Paul Molitor? You know what I'm saying? Bagwell and Nolan Ryan. Those were the guys I kind of stacked up a lot on. Blood. Let's see what we call Tia. Chris Bryant. I will say this, the lettering, while it looks cool in person, a little tough on the eyes on the camera. I will say that. A little 1 cent love for Vidal Brujan. Kybert Ruiz. And a little Ronald Acuna Jr. for the Braves. So he has a chrome. So yeah, we're liking the Donnie baseball this break too. A fun little pull there. Yeah, my friend collected both Puckett and Gwynn. He collected Frank Thomas. So like we all had a bunch of guys that we all collected. You know, one his brother collected Mattingly, I remember. His big PC, my big PC was Ripken. He was Canseco, and then his brother was Mattingly. Acuna, Matata, Harper, Kyle Muller, 30 out of 99. So we're wrapping up the other box of Gypsy Queen, and then all that's left is Tribute. And then we'll talk about the Bowman experiment. Yeah, Reed Detmers with a no-hitter to his name. And the shiny chrome card. Yeah. Boggs, Clemens, those were some tough ones. Even to some extent, obviously the Boston connection isn't there, but Mussina was tough for some. Another division rival. And let me tell you, the Orioles, they'll be coming back soon. Coming back to the forefront, that's for sure. Gunnar Henderson is shooting up through the minors. Adley Rutschman is now up there. And you got like a legit like 4 or 5 other prospects also on the upswing there. Yeah, and some of those prospects are pitchers. Again, like you look at a team like the Angels, and there's the Brewers' Colton Wong as our next hit. You look at teams like the Angels, and they've had some pitching prospects just not work out. So that's a key part of it right there for the Orioles is pitching. But I mean, they pretty much got everywhere else taken care of. If all these prospects pan out, they're going to be a very dangerous team. sooner rather than later. So, yeah, 3 years. Yeah, well, Soto started when was he 18 when he called up, or had he just turned 19? I can't remember. He's 23 right now. It's just insane. And what's even crazier is he will probably not hit 500 home runs. No one will. If Mike Trout keeps getting injuries, he doesn't even have a chance either. We're not going to see a 300 game winner. Game has changed a lot. And as young as the game is, 2020 messed up a lot of the patterns for projected call-ups and stuff like that. People struggled because of the break, or they got called up in a year that they weren't expected to, or a lot of things happened because of that. And some guys, they could have been 22-year-old rookies and they became 23-year-old rookies. And every year that we add on, collectors get just a little bit more cynical, right? A little bit. Cronenworth is too old. I don't think so. I think he's going to have a very nice career. Multiple-time All-Star probably. And he's a utility player. But he's a little bit older. Chipper Jones. Raleigh Fingers. And numbered 1 out of 10. There's a little bit of a foil issue here because it looks like it was supposed to be 01, but it was in the middle. So you have the 0 and the 1 both half showing, but it's 1 out of 10. It wouldn't be 11 out of 10, that's for sure. Joe Mauer for the Twins. A nice little patch there. So Joe Mauer, Twinkies with a hit. Number to 10. And I'll tell you what, it's not an auto hit, but we're going to look real close here, okay? It actually does have a section of what appears to be his autograph. It looks like this might have been cut off of something that was signed. Possibly. I mean, we can't read the whole thing, but... So that's kind of cool. But it is labeled game used memorabilia, so it could be part of a signature, or it could be part of a game used inscription. All right, so we got Greg Maddux. Garrett Cole. Only one of those. They didn't have both sides flanked. Numbered 24 out of 199 for the Yankees. Andy Pettit. So already a couple relic cards being pulled out. We're looking for some ink here, right? We're looking for some autographs. Nolan Arenado. Franmil Reyes. And for the Nationals, numbered 6 out of 25, now for sale, Josiah Gray. Matt Olson. Ichiro. And we got a stamp of approval. Stamp of approval. 169 out of 199 for Chicago. Yasmani Grandal. It's got the official Major League stamp from what game that came out of. They're always fun to look up. So we should have 2 autographs left, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Josiah graded 25. We'll take that, but let's up the ante a little bit. See something a little different. Number 24 out of 25 for the Guardians. Sorry. Jose Ramirez. Not a fan of the name change. Tom Glavine. And like the name or not, Guardians should like this one. 51 out of 150. A little Bieber fever. So, Shane Bieber. And one more card finishes off the break. We got a relic auto coming up here. Josh Hader. J.D. Martinez. And yet another hit for the Yankees. The Yankees win. Yeah, Trout will be the closest to break 500. I think Soto has the possibility. He's not like a 50 home run a year type of guy, but he might have the longevity where he has enough 30 home run seasons where he can get there. It's just too soon to tell. But no, I don't think anybody's even close right now. 43 out of 50, DJ LeMahieu. And that is also got the stamp of approval there. So Vlad Jr., we'll have to see if physically he has the endurance to go so many years. He's a big dude. All right. He's slimmed down. I used to have this debate with a coworker years ago. The fact that I had a coworker at that time tells you how long ago it was, because I've been doing this full time for quite a while now. And he said that Justin Verlander will be close to 300 wins. He didn't think he would make it, but he thought CC Sabathia would. And I'm just like, dude's 280 pounds. I don't think he lasts long enough to do it. I was right. I don't think anybody lasts long enough to do it. We may never see a 300-game winner again. Not when the top pitcher in the league gets 20 wins. All right? Sometimes not even 20 wins. 19 wins. 17 wins. Where you have a shortened season, it's 11 wins, right? That shortened season pretty much ruins it for anybody that played, that didn't debut before 2021. You don't get guys who get 30 wins in a year now. Some of these 300-game winners, if you go back and you look up old stats, like you'd be a 300-game winner, you played like 13 or 14 years. Now you got to pitch like 40 years to be a 300-game winner. Let's face it. I mean, to win 300 games, you would literally have to be the top pitcher in the league in baseball 15 years in a row. Not going to happen. And you got to start at the age of 20. By 35, it's over, man. Yeah. I mean, he could have come closer. I think Musina could have come closer. There's a lot of guys who could have come closer. You just don't. It's impossible with the schedule. 5-man rotation and spot starters, impossible. All right, so we want to talk about this Bowman break. So let's recap this one. All right, we'll do a quick recap here. All right. No big Wander Francos, but we did get 4. So, again, high risk, high reward spot. But you get 4 Wander Francos in the break. Maybe you get some graded. Those gems are pretty cool. I like the shiny cards. We got a Chrome Soto, Satchel Paige, and Roy Campanella were our short prints. We had 2 no-name guys. No, I'm not getting down on them. There's no name on the front. So you had Adolis Garcia for the Rangers. And I don't think I put the other one in this stack. Joey Bart, number to 99, Chrome. Brewers, Colton Wong. Some more fun Chrome cards. You had Acuna, Reed Detmers, Braves and Angels. Some more autographs. Blue Jays, Kevin Smith. Diamondbacks, Geraldo Perdomo. Cardinals, Dylan Carlson. Very cool Joe Mauer for the Twins, number to 10. Yankees continuing to rack up the hits. Number 24 out of 199, Andy Pettit. You had DJ LeMahieu out of 50. And then you had the SGC 9, Donruss Mattingly. Nationals, you had Josiah Gray, number to 25. And you also had the Juan Soto jersey out of Stitches and Slabs. Now for sale. Yasmani Grandal for the White Sox, number to 199. Shane Bieber, number to 150. Jose Ramirez, honorable mention there, number to 25. And missing the nameplate parallel, Angels, Brandon Marsh. All right, so I usually don't pre-fill breaks. Like, it's usually I post it. But again, want to let you know what's going on. So if you're on Drip and you're watching, right, I want Drip to get its fair share. You just comment in the Drip shop. I'll create a link for you. And you get first dibs, first crack, I mean. All right. If you're in this tribute mixer and you want to see a second installment of this, message me and let me know. And if we have close to 20 teams stick around, we'll do it again. Yes on both? Okay. Mike's in, Michael's in. So we already got a good chunk of the number saying yes. All right, here we go. This isn't even in a post anywhere. This is in my notes. The 2022 Bowman experiment. So again, I like to do breaks with content. And sometimes the content just comes along with the break, and other times it's deliberate. And this is definitely going to be deliberate. We're going to take 4 different Bowman products, 2022 Bowman. All right. So we're not talking about even mixing labels like Bowman Chrome, Bowman Draft, Bowman Platinum, whatever, Sterling, all that stuff. No. This is just 2022 Bowman. Which gives you the best bang for your buck for the market value? Now, the first box is going to be a Bowman, or not the first box that we open, but the big box is going to be a Bowman Jumbo. That's got the highest suggested market value. All right. 3 autographs. That should be the expected king, but will it be? We're going to take 2 hobby boxes. Now, traditionally, year after year, most years we find you get a little bit more color because of the way the quantity of boxes in the box and all that stuff, right? The color autographs a little more frequent in the Bowman hobby. So we'll do 2 Bowman hobby boxes. And there's always the question, how about retail? Is retail really worth it? On some products, I'll say no. All right. Like I was on Twitter earlier, and somebody was like, so do I have a gambling problem or something like that? Because he had this stack of retail heritage that he bought. And so I had this like Yoda gift that was pretty much like confirming his question. So I put 15 blasters because that's about the equivalent of 2 hobby boxes or a jumbo box. And then let's take it a step further. Just started arriving. The Bowman Mega boxes. So we'll do 10 of those. These used to be as much as a blaster, and both of those used to be like $20 a piece. But now those go for $45 if you can catch them in the store, plus tax. So I mean, fair market value on that's probably about $59 if you're buying it on the secondary market, I would say. Not something that's necessarily dried up yet on the retail side. Some places you can find it, some places you can't. But they ain't gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? So all cards shipped as always. And here are the teams. So if you hear something that you want, comment on Drip, and I will post it to the Drip Shop. Diamondbacks would be 70. Braves 40. Orioles 70. Red Sox 150. White Sox 195. Nationals 50. Reds 250. I think Ellie De La Cruz has gone from top 10 to top 5. Will we not say? He's right around that 5-ish area, but he's definitely a solid top 5 guy now, I think. At the very least on the prospect side. I mean, you can maybe subtract that Wander Franco from that mix, but Woods. I mean, can we say Ellie De La Cruz maybe the number 2 prospect to look for in that Bowman set? Number 3 guy overall? Maybe. There's a few guys, Brian Acuna, that dude from the Reds, Matt McLean. North Carolina was a little rough for me, but it wasn't very rough for our customers. I'll tell you that right now. Here were some Saturday, right? And these guys came back, and 2 out of the 3 actually bought more boxes after hitting this. This guy didn't, but that's cool. Still cool. Eddie Murray, 1 of 1 out of Topps Chrome Black. All right, that was the first one. That's cool. Second guy came by, bought Leaf Vibrance, and then bought some more Leaf products after coming back and showing me the 1 of 1 of Ronaldinho. All right, that's cool. And this was the big one. This is probably like about a $5,000 card. 1 of 5, Bowman Chrome, Matt McLean. So there's another guy for the Reds. The Reds are pretty loaded, right? De La Cruz is in the base. McLean is not, so he's just auto only. But they're out there. They do exist. All right. And this is me unknowingly about to be attacked by a 15-foot Pikachu. I won't say what he did to me, but there's a reason I'm sitting with a hunch. No. It's just an inflatable, don't worry. He did not attack me. All right, so back to pricing. So Reds $250. I said Cubs $175, right? Guardians $200. Rockies $45. Tigers $50. Astros $30. Royals $70. Angels $75. Dodgers $75. Marlins $275. Khalil Watson, the number 1 prospect. So yeah, that would put De La Cruz number 3. Can't forget about Khalil Watson. Brewers $125. They're building up some decent guys in the farm system, I'll tell you that. Twins $85, Mets $35. The Yankees $195. A's $120, Phillies $30, Pirates $110, Padres $225. Again, you got a couple guys there that are pretty good prospects. Woods available with a base card, and was it Padres or Cubs? That's Triantos. I don't know. I'm forgetting who the other Padre prospect is. And I'm not going to cheat and look, but Padres $225, Giants $40, Mariners $70, Cardinals $100, Rays $350, Rangers $65, and the Blue Jays $55. So if anybody is watching on Drip right now and wants first pick, I'll give it to you. Because I usually don't give Drip first pick. So we'll be fair with that. Especially since most of you watching on Drip also watches on Facebook too. Now that I've done that, I gotta look something up for somebody. Let's see. All right. I think this is greatest name for a softball team. This has definitely got to be a men's slow pitch team. For Fox's sakes, I like that. Sorry, I had a notification there that I accidentally hit, and that was funny. Anyway, so Marlins are 275, Twins are 85. Marlins and Khalil Watson, 275. Twins and Brian Acuna, 85. So remember, Acuna is a autograph only subject. So a little high risk, high reward, but I'll tell you what, I've seen quite a few Acunas coming out of retail on Twitter. So I wonder, makes you wonder where some of these guys end up getting stacked up, right? Gotta sleeve these. So again, since I'm advertising this on Drip, I gotta put it in the Drip shop and have it sold. If somebody says they want it now. The actual release will be tomorrow, but until I sign off here, those teams might not be safe. Phillies, sure. Let me load them in here. Reds are 250. All right, there they are. Oh. So one team down in the Bowman experiment. And any other requests for the night? I'm trying to see if I have a personal coming up. Let's see. All right. So, there's a lot to process there. If anybody else is thinking on something, at some point tomorrow, we will be posting links one team at a time because I really don't want to wait 8 days to get payments in. It slows the whole process down. So, Tribute, I think we can get that up and running quickly if we have enough teams kept. And we already got some kept, so that's a plus. Hopefully we can get enough of them kept so that it's worth doing it again. And maybe we only got to wait a day or two to fill in a couple gaps. So I'm just going to sleeve these tribute cards, and once I'm done with that, if no one else has anything for me, then I will see you all tomorrow. And hopefully we can push that football break that we first announced on Drip as well and get that close to running ASAP. I don't want to run that I like to run it tomorrow. Friday night breaks is always a fun thing to do. But I definitely don't want that going past Monday. So last call. Anybody got anything for me? Otherwise, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to bed. Start over again tomorrow. So thanks to everybody who was involved in the break, involved in the conversation, because that's important too. And we'll rip you a new one soon. So thanks for watching and following us on Drip and on Facebook and wherever else you're seeing us. We should be on Twitch. We should be on YouTube and Instagram as well. Even though I don't see those comments as we're broadcasting, that's important too, that you help extend our reach out. And a lot of things continue to be in the works. All right. Some game plans might change. So a lot coming up in the next 45 to 60 days in the Marc-Down world. All right. So keep following, keep watching, keep posted. We'll rip you a new one soon.